I'm not heading complaint. I just want to get it fixed.
Just a number. It makes it look like I did something right.
When a boxing icon like Floyd Mayweather reportedly ends up needing medical attention after being struck in public, the entire fight world takes notice. And now Mayweather has finally broken his silence following that shocking alleged confrontation with Roy Jones Jr. outside LAX. But instead of trying to calm the situation down, Floyd appears to have turned the temperature even higher. So what exactly did he say? According to the claims surrounding the incident, Floyd's message was simple: Roy wanted a fight, and now he may get exactly that. Mayweather allegedly believes Jones thought taking a swing at him would put his name back in the spotlight. But Floyd's response makes one thing clear: what happened has now become deeply personal, and he believes Roy may regret what comes next.
Roy, you know there's one question on my mind, and I appreciate you answering it. Does Floyd Mayweather want to smoke with Roy Jones Jr.?
Floyd Mayweather, anybody else that wants to smoke with Roy Jones, we know damn well they can get in on Floyd. Has there ever been a fight? That's one thing that's different from Roy, that's the difference between Roy and Floyd. Floyd picked these folks. Roy fought whoever the fuck came. Keep my language. So, don't get me fucked. You all made me tough.
They must have really forgot. Don't be sorry, champ. Don't be sorry.
But nah, anybody come my way, man, I'm always ready for it. I don't care what it is.
Did you feel disrespect? I mean, obviously you did feel disrespected.
You play stupid games, you know what I mean? Like I said, when this man was proposing him up over there in Dubai, I was one of the people that tried to lie to make sure he got home okay. You understand me? So no matter what the difference may be, I still respect you as a champ. Now you're not my top 5, but
let's go back to the moment that allegedly started all of this. Just days earlier, footage and reports had people across the boxing community talking after Roy Jones Jr. was said to have approached Floyd at LAX. There was supposedly no long argument, no dramatic warning, and no chance to prepare. Within moments, Jones allegedly threw a serious punch. This wasn't described as a playful gesture or a light touch. If the accounts are accurate, it was a genuine shot that immediately changed the atmosphere. Security reportedly stepped in quickly and prevented the situation from becoming even worse, but the image had already made its impact. Mayweather, a fighter whose reputation was built around making opponents miss and remaining almost impossible to touch cleanly, had allegedly been caught in a public confrontation when he least expected it. For someone whose entire legacy is connected to control, defense, and invincibility, the reported scene made headlines for exactly that reason.
I don't know the fuck they think they playing with. I don't play no motherfucking games. I'll fuck you up, motherfucker. I'll fuck you up. I don't play no motherfucking games.
Now, it's important to separate the rumors from the more extreme claims. Floyd was not reportedly taken away because he had been knocked unconscious. There were no confirmed reports of him being left flat on the ground. However, accounts claimed he underwent a medical check following the incident. Reports suggested he was shaken up and may have suffered a minor issue with his jaw. Nothing was said to be life-threatening or career-ending, but even a small injury was enough to send the boxing community into a frenzy.
I speak my mind. I speak from the heart and I speak my mind. Is that bad? Absolutely not. At the end of the
But the alleged punch isn't the only reason the story has become so huge. The history between these two names is what makes the situation even more explosive. Roy Jones Jr. wasn't supposedly confronting just another former champion. He was going after Floyd Mayweather, the man who spent decades building his reputation around perfection and the belief that nobody could truly solve him inside the ring. To understand where the tension reportedly came from, we have to look back at the comments that fueled the controversy. Floyd had been making statements about boxing history, particularly involving Muhammad Ali. Mayweather has expressed admiration for Ali, but he has also resisted automatically placing him above everyone else as the unquestioned greatest. That opinion alone has angered plenty of traditional boxing fans. Then Floyd reportedly went even further by comparing aspects of Ali's and Roy's styles, arguing that both depended heavily on athletic movement and that their dominance changed once their physical abilities declined.
and Muhammad Ali was the same fighter.
Their defense is their legs. They're young, and at the top of their game, they can move. Once their legs went away, they sat and done a rope-a-dope. Ali, the same fighter that got beat by a fighter with 7 fights. Leon Spinks beat Muhammad Ali when he only had 7 fights. Ken Norton really beat Ali all 3 times. Go back and look at the fights. And I take my hat off to Roy Jones. Still beat more world champions than Roy Jones.
Some viewers may have seen those comments as nothing more than a boxing breakdown. Roy Jones Jr., however, was reportedly far less forgiving. To him, the remarks were seen as disrespectful, not only toward his own career, but toward Ali's legacy as well. Speaking with Seconds Out's Radio Raheem, Roy made his feelings clear, saying that disrespect toward Ali made it difficult for him to respect Floyd. From that point forward, the tension between the two legends reportedly became much harder to contain.
That's fine. I went out of my way to troll him a little bit now. You want to fight? Come on. I mean, I ain't tripping. You ain't got to troll me. Come see me. That's who I am. I don't do talk well, you know?
Have you heard anything from him or anybody in the camp?
No, I ain't heard nothing yet, but they know where I'm at and they know how to find me.
I mean, you think there's a possibility, Roy? Like, we might get this exhibition?
Ain't gonna be no exhibition. I want it real. Ain't no sense being an exhibition. What we gonna play for? We both fight for real. What we playing for? Wasn't no exhibition. We didn't make it real. Exhibition for people playing. We ain't playing. I ain't anyway.
I mean, I'm being kind of lighthearted about this. You seem a little intense. I've interviewed you a lot of times. I don't think I've seen this look in your eye before.
Well, I mean, I don't bother nobody. I'm authorized. I can have my own opinion. You got a problem with my opinion, then anything I say, I'll be willing to fight about. That's why I don't fuss much, because if I say it, I mean it. And if you want to do something about it, come on.
All right, real quickly.
Inside the ring, outside the ring, I don't care. Do it however, wherever you want to do it. That's what I'm built for this.
Jones then turned his attention toward Mayweather's own career and began questioning the meaning behind that famous undefeated record. Roy argued that Floyd was selective about when and whom he fought, suggesting Mayweather avoided certain opponents at moments when the risks were highest. Jones also contrasted Floyd's career with Ali's, claiming that Ali built his legendary reputation by taking on challenges and dangers that went beyond protecting an unbeaten record.
The Floyd 50-0, or is it like?
You gotta respect anything a person does and stay undefeated that long. So I respect it to a degree, yeah. Is it a 50-0 that I think, oh, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Chavez was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could retire at 80-0. You go ever top that? No. He just didn't stop, right? You got the 50 and you stopped because of Rocky Marciano.
Right.
So Rocky died. If he wouldn't die, he probably would have kept going too. So and then at the end, you fight a guy that's 0-0 for number 50. How can I respect it?
Yeah.
You feel me? Right. So, I mean, I love Floyd, don't get it wrong, I'm not hating on Floyd, but come on, bro, you fight a guy that's 0-0, Conor McGregor was 0-0, and they let you.
Floyd, meanwhile, reportedly chose a very different kind of response. Instead of immediately firing back with an interview or a lengthy statement, he allegedly posted a silent YouTube short. The video showed him sitting in front of a large screen while watching footage connected to some of Roy's most devastating losses. No speech, no captions, no emotional reaction. Just Floyd sitting there as the footage played, making the message feel like a calculated attempt to get under Roy's skin, but the real pressure may have already been building elsewhere. Talk of a possible Floyd versus Roy fight had reportedly begun gaining momentum, and this time the disagreement wasn't centered only on the money. Jones allegedly wanted one major condition: winner takes everything, while the loser walks away with nothing. That old school idea of putting it all on the line created a completely different challenge for a businessman like Floyd, who has spent years turning even exhibition appearances into major paydays.
Everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, you know, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million, but I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting...
Mayweather reportedly viewed the matchup as another opportunity to create a huge event and generate serious money. Roy, on the other hand, appeared to be focused on proving something about legacy. And when Floyd seemed reluctant about the proposed terms, Jones allegedly interpreted that hesitation as disrespect, or even as a sign that Mayweather wasn't fully committed to taking the risk. For someone as competitive as Roy, that kind of perception could easily become the motivation to push the rivalry even further.
Is there something that you want to elaborate on, or is there something that maybe you don't like about Floyd?
One thing I don't like is that you don't respect elders. You talk about Muhammad Ali got beat by an 8-0 fighter. That 8-0 fighter was an Olympian who was a monster, who, if you had a monster like that in your weight class, you wouldn't fight him at that time. You understand where I'm coming from? So, that being said, you're disrespecting the greatest fighter of all time. And if you disrespect him, you disrespect anybody. So you have no respect. But when you see me, you're gonna have some respect. Because if you wanna get it, we can get it. I'm willing to go earn my respect.
But I didn't hear you say anything disrespectful about Floyd.
I never do. I'm not the disrespectful type of guy. That's not who I am. I'm the type of guy. The reason I'm not disrespectful is because when I say something, I'm ready to die for it. So if I say this, I'm willing to die for this. You understand me?
You stand on it.
I stand on it. You understand me? I'm not, like I said, I don't think LeBron is not a great player. I'm not one of the greatest players of all time. But if you ask me, in your opinion, my opinion, which I'm entitled to, you think LeBron or Mike, I'm gonna say Mike because I saw what Mike went through to get where he got. So I got my own reason why I'm gonna probably like Mike. I'm not saying just you're trash. No, you're not. I'm not saying you're not a great player.
Right.
I'm not saying you're not one of the top 5. Because you could be that, you feel me? And in most people's opinion, you probably are. Some people's opinion, you probably top 1. That's not, I can't say, oh, I'm right and everybody's wrong. No, that's just my opinion.
Right.
I'm entitled to my opinion. But I will fight about my opinion. So if you got a problem with my opinion, whoever, call my house. It ain't changed.
So when Floyd reportedly said he wanted a fight and that the situation had become personal, fans took it as more than ordinary trash talk. Behind the scenes, there were claims that his side wanted the bout handled as an officially sanctioned contest rather than another controlled exhibition. The idea, according to the speculation, was that Floyd wanted the result to matter in every possible way, and boxing fans immediately jumped into the debate. After the alleged airport incident spread across the internet, arguments exploded online. Some viewers condemned Roy's supposed punch as a cheap move, while others claimed the build-up between the two fighters explained why emotions had reached that point. Whatever side people took, one thing became obvious. Fans suddenly wanted to see these two settle it in the ring. This isn't being discussed as a title fight or a battle for rankings. It's being framed as a personal showdown, and reports have suggested Floyd has been preparing more seriously than he has in years.
Double the gray.
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Rumors coming from around Mayweather's Las Vegas training camp claim he has been increasing his workload, putting in multiple sessions and working to sharpen the movement that made him so difficult to hit. There's even been talk of Floyd getting rounds in with active professional fighters again as he prepares for whatever could happen next.
Oh.
He may be approaching 50, but nobody should pretend Floyd suddenly forgot how to box. His movement remains one of his greatest weapons. His reactions have always been exceptional, and his defensive style can still make life miserable for anyone trying to land consistently. And as the speculation surrounding Roy's challenge grows, another Mayweather family voice has entered the conversation. Floyd's uncle, Jeff Mayweather, has reportedly addressed the situation, adding even more attention to the potential matchup. At the same time, people throughout boxing are beginning to choose sides. Names such as Andre Ward, Oscar De La Hoya, and voices connected to Manny Pacquiao's camp have all been part of the wider discussion. Some believe Floyd's technical skills could still allow him to outbox Roy. Others argue that Roy's physical strength, size, and willingness to engage could finally create the type of challenge Floyd never faced in defeat. Pacquiao also weighed in on the debate, reportedly suggesting that a prime Roy Jones Jr. would have had the advantage over a prime Money Mayweather.
The prime Roy Jones?
The prime Roy Jones or Floyd Mayweather
Roy Jones. You know Roy Jones, right?
Yes.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you. Do you think Roy wins by knockout? Do you think
you agree with me? Roy Jones in his prime? Man, Fast, footwork, strong. You see Roy Jones in his prime?
Absolutely. Do you think he would knock Mayweather out in his prime?
Yeah, I think so.
What about an exhibition?
Lock 10, shout out.
What if they had an exhibition together? Who would win?
Exhibition is different. Like, I mean, not like in the prime. Like, but it's good. Good thing that different generation.
Pacquiao siding with Jones doesn't exactly come as a surprise, especially considering that Roy has also defended Pacquiao in arguments involving Floyd. Jones previously questioned how much credit Mayweather should receive for defeating Manny and gave his own reasoning for why he viewed that victory differently. So with that history already in place, the current debate has brought old rivalries and old opinions back into the spotlight.
Would not be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez because that's not the same Pacquiao.
Of course.
That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game.
Yeah, of course.
But in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever.
Of course.
When that's not how that goes. That's not reality. But in the business world, it is because
social media has now become a battlefield of its own. Fans are digging up old clips, comparing careers, arguing over records, and even discussing potential betting lines before any official fight is confirmed. What started as controversy has grown into something much bigger. But there is another theory making the rounds. Some people believe Floyd may have wanted a major storyline like this all along. His time at the center of boxing conversation hasn't felt as intense as it once did, and some fans were underwhelmed by his recent exhibition appearances, including the bout with Logan Paul. To critics, those events didn't carry the same energy as Floyd's biggest professional fights, so perhaps a clash with Roy Jones Jr. could provide the spark everyone was missing. After all, Roy has never been known for simply playing along with someone else's business plan.
He did a great job, but he did it for himself, and it worked for him. But everybody now wants the Mayweather concept because Mayweather made so much money, staying undefeated, waiting till the right time to fight Pacquiao, fighting the right people to fight at the right time. He monopolized the business. But the problem was, it only made him money and the people he was fighting. It didn't make money for the whole sport. So what he did himself a great job, but it hurt the sport because not everybody wants to fight, stay undefeated. You understand me? Me, it's like when two guys get here, they gotta meet. No, wait. They was here 5 years ago. Yeah. They should have met. You understand me? Because now, we probably could have got 3 good fights out of it. You understand me? But because we waited too long, the problem what people don't understand is, tomorrow's not promised to nobody. Guess what?
But that leads to the biggest question of all. Is Floyd truly prepared for this version of Roy? Because Jones isn't being portrayed as someone interested in simply circling around and collecting a check. He wants to prove a point. And if the reported LAX confrontation really happened the way people claim, that alleged punch was about more than a moment of chaos. It was supposedly a warning that Roy is taking this rivalry seriously, and Floyd would certainly know that now.
What's happening, fight fans around the world? I know how y'all are. I know y'all enjoy this thing of boxing. I know we play games and people have their issues and people have opinions. It's cool too. I got opinions and I'm allowed to say my opinions or speak my opinions. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked. Because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always better. Wide open, ready to go. It's called.
The biggest obstacle could be whether Floyd would agree to fight under the terms Roy reportedly wants. That's where the negotiations could break apart. Jones allegedly made his position clear. No guaranteed purse, no comfortable safety net, and no financial protection if you lose. The winner takes the reward, while the defeated fighter leaves empty-handed. That's a risky arrangement for anyone, but it would be especially unusual for Floyd, whose career has been defined by controlling every possible detail. Mayweather has long been viewed as a master strategist, from negotiating venues and selecting opponents to handling the business side of major events. There have even been famous stories about disputes involving officials and fight conditions. That level of control has always been part of the Mayweather formula. But Roy's advantage in this matchup would be his natural size and punching power. He has competed at heavier weights than Floyd and built a career filled with knockouts. Even now, his power remains something opponents would have to respect. And if anyone thinks the reported airport shot proved Roy can no longer punch, supporters of Jones strongly disagree.
What he want to do, he gonna beat you because he's very explosive and he's very mean.
I was gonna say he mean
to me, people don't give him enough credit. People always say, well, Floyd would beat Sugar. No, baby, Floyd is not as near as mean as Sugar was.
You don't think you would have beat him?
How? How you gonna keep him off of him? Sugar is a dog. Just cause his name Sugar don't mean nothing. Sugar is a dog. People don't give him enough credit for that. You gotta think, this in around, between around 13 and 14, I think. Angelo Dundee said, you're blowing it, son. Sugar Leonard got went up there and put these things on Tommy Hearns, who knocked Roberto Duran cold with one shot. Your Tommy hit you just like G-Man. You've been hit. So for Sugar to go out there and do that, man, they don't give Sugar enough credit. You understand me?
He's a great finisher, too.
They don't give Sugar enough credit.
He gets you hurt,
They don't give Sugar enough credit. So for me, I like Floyd, and Floyd is cool, but it's like, it's gonna be hard for me to see how they're gonna take it and beat Sugar. I mean, they'd have to do something different, that's for sure. Now, if he did something different, he probably have a chance. But just the way he been doing with normal people, that's not gonna work. What I saw in his prime, that's not gonna work with Sugar. Sugar got a third element right there.
He said third element.
He does. He got a third element right there. And we know that. We think Floyd got one, but we don't know. We never seen the challenge. We know Sugar got one.
The smartest approach would likely be the same formula that carried him through an undefeated professional career. Stay difficult to hit, keep changing position, use movement, break Roy's rhythm, make the fight uncomfortable, and steal rounds with clean counters. The goal would be to force Jones into chasing and becoming frustrated. But that strategy only works if Floyd can avoid the big shots. One clean punch could change the entire story, especially with both men being older than they were during their championship years. Age affects recovery, timing, and durability, which means the margin for error could be much smaller.
I heard all about it. I saw Roy Jones call out Floyd Mayweather after Floyd Mayweather's subliminal disses. I saw it. And you guys are hitting me up repeatedly. Showbiz, who do you have if Roy Jones and Floyd Mayweather were to fight? And, you know, I must say, Roy Jones is my favorite fighter ever. He's my favorite fighter ever. You guys know I was a huge fanboy and all those things. I've said it repeatedly. But if they were to fight, I'll be rooting on Floyd Mayweather, man. I can't. Listen, regardless of how many times I've criticized Floyd and his career or whatever, Tim T has always shown me love, man. Floyd Mayweather showed me love. His son, his family. Look, Tim T has always shown love, bro. They have kept it a bean. I just never really been able to connect with Roy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen him a few times. But I'm going with Floyd on this one, man.
And that's why the reported airport incident has captured so much attention. The boxing world is watching closely. Promoters would undoubtedly be interested in the potential money involved. Broadcasters could see major value in the storyline, and fans are treating this like the kind of fight modern boxing rarely delivers a matchup driven by genuine tension rather than just manufactured promotion. There are no titles at the center of this conversation. It's about pride, history, and two legendary fighters who believe they still have something to prove. Real animosities, serious consequences, and massive stakes. That's why so many people are now locked in.
Roy Jones. All right, so Roy Jones had said something about him, and he ended up making a post. Floyd Mayweather ended up making a post about Roy Jones getting knocked out. Y'all ain't seen that shit? I'm putting it in the chat.
It's silly because, you know, a lot of people don't have, you know, a lot of boxers do not like Floyd. Like, a lot of people don't have a lot of good things to say about Floyd. You know what I'm saying? But again, Floyd ain't got
Yeah. He don't care. He just say
I mean, I think a lot of the boxers, and I ain't saying Floyd is bad, and I think a lot of boxers, man, they had nothing to do with Floyd either.
Right, which is do his own thing.
They wanted to, like, but they didn't have like.
And what you just brought up, it makes me bring another.
And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update. Also, drop your opinion below. If Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr. finally meet in the ring, who are you picking to win? Thanks for watching, stay tuned for more boxing news and drama, and we'll see you in the next video.